Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about fragrances that are perfect for Valentine's Day or anytime that you want to feel flirty or alluring. And if those sound interesting to you, stay tuned. Okay, so we have 8 fragrances that we're going to be talking about today. When I say 8, that's in quotations because a few of these have some options. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is none other than Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow. I think everybody that is remotely interested in fragrances is probably familiar with this fragrance. If you're not, it's a strawberry and marshmallow dominant fragrance. It starts off with a little bit of lemon, and there's a little bit of coconut in there, a tiny bit of orange blossom, and it finishes up with whipped cream and sugar and vanilla and a little bit of musk. It seems, upon first sniff, to be very youthful, but once it dries down, it gives a little bit more than you might expect. But that is Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow. I only have a travel size of this, and the reason why is because I've discovered a ton of Middle Eastern alternatives that smell similar or even exactly the same, and they are a fraction of the cost. Even though Yum Bougie Marshmallow isn't super expensive, it's way more expensive than these Middle Eastern alternatives. I think for this little travel spray, it was like $30. So alternatively, you may have in your collection one of these. This is Marshmallow Blush by Paris Corner, and it is, I would say, about 95% similar to Yum Bougie Marshmallow, with a little bit more musk in it, to my nose at least, and a little less lemon. That's what I smell when I smell this. I smell a little more vanilla, a little more musk, and a little less lemon. But that is Paris Corner's Marshmallow Blush, and another alternative, which to me is spot on. It's 1-to-1, and that is Chamsal Amret Pink Blush. That is it right there. And this one is spot on to me. And if in fact it even lasts a little bit longer, a lot longer. When I spray this on, it lasts for hours and hours and hours. I don't need to reapply this at all. I find that with Yum Bougie Marshmallow, I have to reapply sometimes. And with this one, people smell it more on me, so the projection seems to be a little bit longer, and it's more of a powerhouse. So if you want that strawberry whipped cream deliciousness to last and project, this is a good one. And this big bottle is the same price as this one, so to me it's a no-brainer. And one that's similar but has a twist, and that's the reason I put it in this category, is Lattafa's Yara Elixir. And this one is a similar strawberry and whipped cream profile. However, it's much more grown up. So there's a depth in this fragrance that makes it strawberry, but it has a little bit more grounding, a little bit more depth, a little bit more vanilla, and it's smoother. So it's a little bit more strawberry for a 25 and up crowd. But I think even a young person could pull this off. But I think that it would appeal more to to older people than some of the others. So while I've worn all of these at 51 years old, I think this one probably appeals to people that are, older than 18. So that is Yara Elixir by Lattafa. So if you're keeping track, that's actually one fragrance. Just one. We'll go with it. So I would say that these types of fragrances are perfect for a daytime date, a stroll in the park. For those of you who might be courting, it's perfect for your 20 somethings. And yeah, I think it's fun. It's flirty, it's fruity. That's where I would categorize these types of fragrances. Along that same line, one that is also youthful and it's perfect for daytime and innocent date or courting experience would be Love Notes Plush Vanilla. This is a fun, sweet, vanilla forward fragrance, and it's by Ariana Grande. It's in the Love Notes line, but this is the second one that they came out in that line, and it is the Plush Vanilla. So it's predominantly a sweet vanilla. That's what I get when I smell Love Notes Plush Vanilla. And another one that's not quite as youthful, but I think young people can pull it off. And I really don't think this one was well received, but I love it. I love it so much that this is only one of two fragrances in my entire collection that I have a backup of. And that is Love Notes Pink Woods. I can't explain, and maybe it's just on my body chemistry. This is jasmine petals, tonka, cashmere woods. It's soft, it's a little bit floral, it's a little bit sweet, and it just lays on me perfectly. It is buttery and just perfect. I would say that I can wear this day or night, but it's better for the daytime. And the way I found out about this was I got this oil from Brown Sugar Babe, and it's called Love Story. I got this last year, and when I smelled this, I absolutely fell in love and went to find the fragrance that it matched. So I actually got the oil before the fragrance. And needless to say, I have backups of both of these. But I love Love Notes Pink Woods by Ariana Grande. If you're keeping track, that's only number two. Irregardless of the fact that it was three different fragrance products, it's number two. So our third fragrance on the list is not a new one. It's one that's been out since I think 2023, and it is Coach Love. Isn't that cute with the little charm? So cute. And this one I would categorize as a all day fragrance. Definitely not nighttime, but you can wear this during the day. It's not loud. It's not super, super fruity. It's one that you can even wear to the office. So if Valentine's Day falls on the weekday, or if you want to wear this the week leading up to Valentine's Day, if it's on the weekend, this one is very mass appealing, and the notes are pretty simple. It's wild strawberry in the top, red rose in the middle, and cedar wood in the base. And doesn't have the best atomizer on top. There we go. This is actually my fragrance today, and it is light. It's a little bit flirty, but not too flirty. And it's very mass appealing. I don't think you would offend anyone with this. It does not have the best staying power, which might not be a bad thing, because you don't always want like a beast mode type fragrance, especially in the workplace. You can wear this one running errands around February. It'll put you in the mood with this cute red bottle. And it's a really nice, inoffensive, fun fragrance. I think I picked this up at Burlington's for like $45. So it is a designer fragrance, so it has that kind of mass appeal to it, but it's a nice one. It's not groundbreaking, but sometimes it doesn't need to be. It just needs to smell good and be pretty. And that's what Coach Love does. So my fourth one on the list is one that I've talked about before on my channel. It actually was my first fragrance video on my channel, and I'm here to tell you that it is even better than when I first reviewed it. And that is Main Character by Viva More Parfum in conjunction with Redolescence, or Steven from Redolescence here on YouTube. I sprayed this a lot when I first got it, and then I put it down because I knew that this was a very good spring fragrance, and it came out like in the fall winter time. And I was like, just chill out before you use it all. And springtime comes, you're gonna be sad. So I cracked this puppy open about 2 weeks ago and sprayed it on. When I tell you that this has improved so much. It was already great to begin with. I love this from the first sniff. If you saw that video, I'll actually link it above. But I loved this when it first came out from the first spray, but now the caramel, you know what? I already have the Coach Love on, but I don't care. Oh, this is so good. If you are a fruity floral type of girl, you will absolutely, you need this. You need this. If you are a fruity floral or flormond type of girl, you need this. This is sweet and it's got caramel. There's a citrus note. Stephen, you did that. This is so good. The caramel has come forward a little bit more, but it's not saccharine, heavy, like a fall type of caramel. It just gives like a ribbon through some of the citrus and some of the florals. There's peony in here, and I love peony. I love rose and peony. The peony is the main floral that I smell. The citrus is bright. It keeps it light. It's super flirty. And it's just, this is a winner. If I were probably to rank these, this would be, I don't know. I don't have a second bottle of it, but that's only because I practiced restraint. But I really, if I were a backup bottle girl on a regular basis, I would probably get a backup bottle of this. Um, and I have thought about it because I'm fearful that they won't continue to make this, or I don't know how long they're going to make this fragrance, but it's really, really good. For us fruity floral girls, this is a winner, and that is Main Character by Viva More Parfum. Number 5 on the list is one that can go from day to night. It's a little bit more of a, I would say, nighttime leaning fragrance, and that is Rouge Trafalgar by Christian Dior, and it's part of their Privé line, and it is a rose. Excuse me, it's not rose. I thought it was rose for the longest time, but it's not. Let me actually look up the notes for you. So the notes in Rouge Trafalgar, and that's the original one, not the Esprit one. There's a new one that does, I believe, have rose. But this one, the original one, is raspberry, strawberry, cherry, and mandarin orange at the top. In the middle is blackcurrant and grapefruit. And then the base is musk and patchouli. Now, I've had this fragrance for maybe 4 years. So the patchouli is a little bit more strong now, and it sticks. It sticks to you, and it does not let you go. But for the price that they charge for these um, Privé line fragrances, that's kind of what you want. You want something that's going to last, and it definitely lasts. The fruits in the top give it levity, but it's not overly fruity. Compared to others in the Privé line, it's probably the most fruity floral that you're going to come across. But it's, I would call it like a fruit and patchouli dominant fragrance. It is sexy, but still not super, super heavy, especially if you get a brand new bottle. Like I said, mine has sat in my collection for a while. I use a good amount, but I don't need a lot of this. 2, 3 sprays top, and it can last from day to night. So that is Rouge Trafalgar by Christian Dior. Number 5 on my list is none other than Angel Share and Camra. Camra is an inspiration of Angel Shares. I just have a small travel size, and this has lasted me for some time because when I wear it, I don't need a lot to get a big, to make a big impression. That is the small travel size of Angel's Share. It's kind of hard to say, Angel's Share. It's hard to say properly. I've heard people butcher it tons and tons of times, and I'm no exception to that. But it's Angel's Share. And this is your apple brandy. I think it's actually either brandy or cognac, and it is smooth. There's a little cinnamon. This is very seductive. Very, very seductive. I think this is probably the most seductive of anything that I have on the list. So This one is definitely for nighttime, and the same with Camera. Camera is a little less smooth to me, but it's equally dark and sweet, and the cinnamon, and it's beautiful. My husband wears this one probably more than I do, and I wear the angel share a little bit, or I only wear the angel share. He's never worn this, but he wears the Camera more than I do, and they're very similar but not the same. I would say that in the Camera is about 85% similar to Angel Share. They're in the same family, like they're cousins, but they're not twins at all. Um, I love the way Angel Share sits on me, but I just haven't needed a full bottle of it. So this little travel is all that I personally need. But these are your alluring, seductive nighttime fragrances. That is Angel Share by Killian or Camera by Lattafa. Last but not least, so these haven't been in any particular like numerical order. I've just put them in a maybe day to night type of order. And this is another nighttime fragrance. And this is Marc Jacobs Perfect Absolute. Isn't that a cute bottle? So cute. This is a deep, seductive, sexy type of fragrance. The top notes have fig and caramel. There's jasmine in the middle and amber in the base. And I think the amber is what gives it that depth. And I feel like I smell a spice, like not quite cinnamon, not nutmeg. There's a spicy quality so I think there may be a few notes that haven't been disclosed, or maybe it's just the way the fig interacts with the jasmine and caramel. But at any rate, this is very seductive. It projects like crazy. I went in to pick up an order of Mexican food one night, and while wearing this before going home after running some errands, and I was well over 6 feet away from the cashier. And Poppy was like, "Oh, mommy, what are you wearing? It smells good." It was this. I was like, "Oh, this is dangerous. I better not wear this outside without my husband because this is dangerous." But anyway, this is Marc Jacobs Perfect Absolute. So there you have it. Those are some suggestions for Valentine's Day fragrances. If you have any of those, spray them liberally. Uh, Unless they're too strong, then spray with caution. But if you have any of those, spray them. If you have a favorite seductive, alluring, or fruity, floral, flirty fragrance, put it down in the comments below. If you have not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have a beautiful, beautiful day or night, wherever you are. Bye-bye, everybody.